'Tis I.
Hey everyone, glad to see you back, glad to see you looking fresh, and welcome to a new series here on my channel where I go through one of my favorite game franchises of all time, the Humongous Entertainment catalog. I adore these games. I grew up with these. I have loved them ever since I can remember. And I'm going to go through every single one in their own video, talking about some of their background and all kinds of different stuff. So, we start our journey here with the very first game in the Humongous Entertainment catalog with Putt-Putt Joins the Parade. Now, roll the intro. So, this game you play as Putt-Putt, the very first character to ever get his full game, and the very first Humongous Entertainment game as a whole. He's a little purple car and he lives in Car Town. And the game starts off in his house, and your goal is to go around and be able to join the parade. Pretty simple concept, to be honest. So you start off, and there are tons of things to click on, and there's, on this screen alone, you can click on different horns, which I find a different funny joke because there's a trumpet right here, that's technically a horn too. There's even this frog here you can click on, and there's a little fun rhythm thing where you can try to get the fly in, and that's kind of neat, especially for the time, because this game is getting pretty old. So yeah, Putt-Putt, he has a head into Car Town, and we go through different stages. This is a point-and-click adventure game. We get to go through and solve different puzzles and different screens, and there's different outcomes, and this game is definitely like the precursor to everything that would come after it, but I'll get into more of that later. So we go through different screens that all have different click points, that all have different fun things to do. Most of them are pretty pointless except for a little joke or a little entertainment, but it's fun, especially for kids, because these are very much kids games. And we can go through and head our way into Car Town, where we get to meet the chief of the fire department, and he will tell us what we need to do to join the parade. And he tells us we need to get a balloon, we need to get a car wash, we need to get a pet. Now we have our goals to accomplish. We have different things we have to do. We can head off to a couple different directions here already. We can go see Mr. Baldini and maybe deliver some groceries. We can go check out like the car wash, or we can get a new paint job, or we can head to the toy store. There's already different things to do and characters to meet. Say we go to the toy store and we can head in there and there's new characters to see, and you could even find a magnet, which Putt-Putt proudly claims is his magnet, which is kind of funny.
So this is where I left my magnet.
Like, okay, Putt-Putt, sure, that's your magnet. I mean, it is now. No one saw you take it, so. But we need to get some money so we can go get some other things we need, because we do need like a car wash, like I said before. So we can head off to the road. There are many different paths we can take here as well. This is a neat area because, yeah, it branches into 5 different areas with different things to see and do. And this is where, like, the different playthroughs come in. Because this game, like, you can beat the game in one go. Because you can go and you can mow people's lawns for some money. The chief will tell you which road to take to go on. But there's 3 different roads with different houses and whatnot, and different characters to meet. And to mow the lawns, it's a pretty simple minigame of just pointing and clicking, and you can perfect the lawn, like I did here with the first one, or you can just kind of mess around for a minute until Putt-Putt's like, that's good enough, and get paid exactly the same. So you can very much rush through it, or you can take your time and really go over every single pixel and get every single blade of grass if you really want to, but you will not get rewarded anymore. But I do say you have to pick up a bone and one of these for something later.
A bone? I wonder if I'll need this. I better take it.
Like I said, we need to have a pet. If we go to a different part of the world, we can find a dark cave and we can pick up a puppy, which is Pep, which I'm sure if you played any of these games, you'll remember Putt-Putt and Pep. He's always a part of this, and this game actually starts with him not in it, but you gotta go find him, and then he becomes a mainstay forever, which is pretty awesome, I think, to have a nice little dog with you throughout the entire rest of the journeys you go on. So yeah, you get your money, you can deliver your groceries, and after you mow all your lawns, you get some coins. I will say these coins are like a cent. They literally say like 1 cent. So like you could, inflation must not have hit Cartown yet, because you can get a car wash for like 2 cents. It's a cent to get your lawn mowed. Like it's not expensive in Cartown. It's pretty smooth sailing. But you can head to the movies and you can find a lost child to get yourself a balloon, and you're pretty much set at that point. I'm sorry that I'm not going super in depth into what's going on with this game, and it's pretty basic, because this one I did not have as a child. I've only played this one as an adult, where I got the entire Humongous catalog on Steam, and then was able to go play all of my childhood favorites, and the couple that I missed. And this one was one of the ones I missed because it was too early for me. So I don't have any nostalgic memories attached to this one. But I do think it's quite impressive for the time. I think it starts a great foundation for where the franchise builds into. It is short, especially for these kinds of games. Yeah, 20 minutes it took me to do this. That will say that is with me having had played it once before, but that was only once before, years ago. So it might have taken me longer, but not by much. And the lawn mowing, if you want to mow those lawns, will take you some more time. But yeah, there's not a lot of depth here, and there are different paths to take, so you might need to use the magnet. You might not even have to use that thing if you don't have to go on the road they tell you. There's other ways. You sometimes have to use your horn to solve a puzzle, or maybe your radio to solve a puzzle, or maybe some bird seed to solve a puzzle, which that's also free from Mr. Baldini, which is, Putt-Putt just snatches that right up, like no problem. So, good game. Good way to start. Very simple game. I'm much more looking forward to talking about games going forward and the many adventures of, even different characters. But Putt-Putt himself has a lot of journeys to go on, and I'm excited to go through this entire series and talk about them and all the things that they do and all the things they did right and their evolution. Yeah, very excited for this series to finally start here at the most basic of them, but we have to start somewhere, and we have, and with the goal of this series, yes, go through every game with their own video. And even though this one won't be very long, the other videos I'm sure will be much longer, because there'll be more to talk about in depth. Have you played Putt-Putt Joins the Parade? I'm sure when you were younger. I don't think people are searching these out unless they played a lot of Humongous games like me when they were a kid, and they're going back and searching them up. Like I did. So maybe you played this one recently, maybe you played it when you were little. Either way, please let me know. And your nostalgic attachment to any of these games, really. I'm excited to go through all of them and hear people's different stories about them experiencing them when they grow up, or maybe more recently, because, I'll have different stories too. That'll about do it for this video, and that'll be the kickoff to this new series. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, like this if you like this, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you at some point.
The end.